Hey, we might be live. Let's see. I changed my OBS up, so let's see. Why am I not seeing myself? All right, loading. But yeah, I changed my OBS up, so audio levels might not be great, music might be too loud. You know, all that stuff, but I can't really help that. I just got to make sure it's actually streaming before we start. Everything is streaming. Okay, there we go. It's showing that I am here. I didn't pop out chat just in case. I refreshed and I lost my message. Let's see. I'm back. I'm behind on my TCGplayer orders, so I'm knocking them out live. If you have any questions, just ask. No question is too... No, I won't put that. I'll just say just ask. All equipment and supplies used are linked in the description. Cool. We're gonna have a lot of hip hop, EDM stuff going on because for some reason that's free. Like, I don't know why, but a lot of YouTube music for free. Cool. So we got that. We're going to pop out this chat just in case people are talking. Where are we going to put that? We're going to put that in the corner. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. And then we're going to start packing up. So first order we have one card, a Zapdos EX from Scarlet Violet 151, near mint hollow foil for $1.25. Customer's going to pay for shipping, which is $1.27. Going to New Jersey. So we got our Zapdos right there. I like to double check just to make sure I got the right card. Yep, 145. Throw in a shipping shield. But I keep telling myself I'm going to go live a lot earlier. This is early for me, 9 p.m. Usually I'm doing this at like midnight, so I feel great. And you're going to see me lean off the screen a lot just because this is where I'm hiding the customer's addresses. It's nice because one card is an envelope with an envelope with one stamp. And I went out and I got a ton of these stamp. They raised the stamp price too. It used to be like $60 something, but I swear they charged me 70, like 72 or something like that. So times are rough. When you sell bulk, those pennies matter. I like to check. Sometimes it doesn't end up in the window. Like I folded it wrong and it's blocking off some of the address. So, all right, no tracking on this order because it's $1.25, and this is done. Set this over in the done pile. Where do I want my done pile? Move this. I got another iPhone for a top angle. I just don't have an actual mount because it has to clip onto my monitor. I'll have to order that from Amazon, so we'll just put this over here. But I think that'd be pretty cool. I can alternate in between like the side and the top view. All right, next order coming up. I don't have too many. An order for $5.81 for one card. It is a Joan d'Arc SL from Shadow vs. Evolved. And I think that's the first set. going to Colorado. So let me pull that card. I'm trying to remember exactly where I would have put it. I think that's in the closet. Perfect. I really like these one card orders that I got. Don't sleep on Shadowverse. It's really good. One card, $5. And the booster boxes you can get like $25 to $30 depending on when you grab it. Let's see. So 17. Ian. Yeah. Perfect. Just making sure. We'll throw that in. And like always, we don't tuck this on the inside. People report that cards got, damaged that way. So we just tape the outside. And tape's super cheap. I'm still going on some tape, using tape I bought like a year and a half ago. Let's print this packing slip. Over here. Moving my trash. All right. Cool. Easy $5. Did they pay for shipping? They did not, because the card was $5.81. Everything but $5 is free shipping. Part of me is wondering if I should just increase that to 10. Problem with that though is I want to keep it so they order like 1 or 2 cards. That way it goes through the post office a lot easier as opposed to trying to cram in multiple cards. Sometimes those orders are like 10. Yeah, I can get it in there, but some post offices just reject those things. It's very odd. It really depends on what post office you have. There's someone who watched my video on how to ship. His first thing got denied from the post office. They wanted machinable stamps and all that. I feel bad because that's happened to me maybe like 2 out of the 1,000+ orders I've sent. Alright, another order down. Let's keep this streak going of just like 1 card. Alright, next one is $8.37. Oh, there goes the streak. We're going to skip this one because that's going to be more. That's 36, 15 cards for $8. Now, a lot of them are just commons. So I'm tempted to just put them in a bubble. Bubble mailer. 15. This one's one of those borderline orders. Because it's going to be about $4.50 to ship, so I only get $4. But a lot of those cards are common. Actually, let me see again. There's 1, 2, 6. There's 9 commons and 6 uncommons in that order. So that's why I'm thinking I might just make it easier on myself. So next order we're skipping. So we're going to Florida. Someone from Florida bought 3 cards. Looks like 3 Pokemon cards, 3 they're regular hollows. Oh no, they're Cosmos hollows. So those are the those promo ones, which is nice because that's a nice boost for when you're buying those sets and you get those extra promo cards thinking no one's gonna buy them. People do. So Iron Moth and was that Brute Bonnet? Grab those. Iron Moth. I seem to have misplaced those. Where would they be? Are they in this stack? Because this stack is just a bunch of promo cards. There's a couple Cosmos foils there. Uh-oh. God, I hate when this happens. Now I gotta track down these cards that are somewhere. I probably just put them in the wrong set. Oh, that's why. They're actually in Paradox Rift. Even though the title says Scarlet and Violet promo, I'm thinking it's in the base set. So Iron. Right, easy enough. And then an ancient booster. Ancient booster capsule. Perfect. So these are the three. And these are the... Just double check. Alright, they both say Cosmos foil, but I'm not seeing it. Red hollow foil. This one's definitely Cosmos. This one... Let me look again. Make sure I grabbed the right one. They look like almost the same, but not quite. I'm glad I double checked. That's the right Iron Moth. Not this one. And then... yeah, I had them completely backwards. That would have been bad. There we go. Definitely got to be careful before you start sending stuff out like I was. I almost sent out the wrong cards, and then he probably would have initiated a refund, and that would have got all sorts of bad. Then my inventory would be messed up. We don't want that. These are the Cosmos Hollows. Alright, so we got 3 cards. Put that up there. Those are only 49 cents each, so that's $1.47. But again, they come in those sets, so they're not that rare. They're not rare at all. But this person, maybe he's collecting a set, or they want a little more bling in their deck. Go 3 in the shipping shield. That's also 1 stamp since it's just 3 cards. Alright, that is off to Florida. Moving on. This one's 88 cents. It can't be that great. What do I have for 88 cents? One Piece Pillar Strength Dawn alternate art card. Where did I have... where did I put my One Piece?
Back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend, cause you think you are everything.
No, I filed it under your turn and not Dawn. So this one is going away. I should have sold this one earlier. I was gonna make a deck and I never got around to it. But they were selling for, what were they selling for? I mean, they weren't selling for that much. About a year ago, they were selling for like $1. So never mind. I thought it was worth more. I forgot to print out the packing slip again. So we'll do... Where is this going? Let's see. I'm ashamed to say that I have not memorized every single state, like abbreviation. So this is going to Pennsylvania. That would have been my guess, by the way. I just had to confirm. I've also been looking into the taxes, and this is going to be the first year that I'm going to do my taxes for the business because I've only been doing it for a year. Makes sense, right? So I know that since I'm on TCGplayer, they take the sales tax, so that makes it a lot easier. So it's just going to be income tax that I have to deal with. Because I made a video showing I sold 16,000, but obviously not all of that is income. Hey, what's going on? How's your night going? Let's see. Alright, so we're going to ship that off. Oops. I closed my TCGplayer window. Let's see. Next order. We got going to Texas for $3.31 a Tentamon from Digimon Classic. Oh, nice. You're gonna... What are you gonna sell on Amazon? Definitely need some Pokemon cards if you're gonna sell. That is step one before all the stamps and packing equipment. But why Amazon? Because that's mostly sealed stuff. Bundles and bulk stuff. When you say bundles, are you going to be doing kind of like mystery bundles? Like you get a stack with like 10 rares and 1 guaranteed EX? Like something like that? Because that's a lot more work, I think. So you have to set up an Amazon store, which I tried in another business. Not that it's not doable. It's just a little more. what was I doing? I was about to get on Discord for a second. Okay, that's fine. I want to hear your bundle strategy. What are you bundling? Or is it going to be like you get an ETB plus some packs plus some singles? Let me grab this Tentamon alt art. I haven't sold one of those in a while. They are going down in price. So a year ago, the Tentamon was about $6, and I sold it for like 2 something. See, got our Tentamon right here. Classic collection still doing good for me. Prices on the boxes went up though. I was finding for $20, now they're over 30. Example, 100 cards guaranteed. 10 foils, no dupes, no energies. Okay. Alright, so you do that, right? When you say foils, are you doing reverse hollows? Does that count as one of the foils and regular hollows? Or are you thinking more like cheaper EX cards? Like maybe slap like one of him in there, or like a Radiant? Like, could you find cards like that in there? Trying to see if I would buy it. Like if I was a person looking for cards to play. Alright, that's cool. I always wondered who bought those, but yeah, parents for their kids, I can see that. Can't find Pokemon cards. There's an actual age where kids only care about quantity and not quality. So I remember when I was playing Magic, and I'm really mad about this, by the way, but the big kids always came to me and they're like, I'll give you 100 of these vampire bats. And that was the actual card. It was vampire bats, all commons, worth nothing, for one of my rares. And I was a kid, so I'm like, yeah, 100 cards for one? I don't even want to think of what cards I gave them, because that was like during revised, like beta was still around. So if I gave something really good, I'm going to be mad. Alright, so 100 cards, 100 foils. How much are you selling them for? Alright, one Tentamon, just making sure. Yep, just one. I've been holding on this card for a while, too. Hey, what's going on, Logan? We got like we got the original crew. Like basically the couple people from last time I streamed. I'm doing good. Today's been busy, not in a business sense, just in a... I woke up early, but early for me is like 10 o'clock. And then I went to my LGS, I played some Kill Team, like Warhammer Kill Team for the first time. And then, yeah, I've been running around, ran some errands, and then here I am because I'm getting alerts that I need to ship these out. Because I kept saying I want to do this on video, so that really slowed me down. Like, I should have sent a lot of these out yesterday. Let's see. Hey, Tonos. Sports cards. Uh-oh, thinking about selling other things besides sports cards? So my days... So I have some pretty good news. So I think we talked about I used to be in the Coast Guard, so I was part of the military. And I put my VA claim in to kind of get some disability. And 2 days ago, it got approved. It's not a lot of disability because it's for the tinnitus in my ear. So they gave me 10% disability. So I get like $175 every month. So that's good. All right, next thing is we have 2 black Wargreymons from Digimon going to Wisconsin. I'm still waiting on you, Dylan. You gotta let me know how much you're gonna sell those for. I'm curious on your business model. Let me grab those black Greymons. Yeah, but as far as the sleeping, that hasn't been getting better. Yeah, where's it going? It's going to Mondovi, Wisconsin. Oh, Dylan, I was just asking. So your plan? You're gonna sell the bulk on Amazon, which makes sense. There's a lot of moms and a lot of parents and everything buying Pokemon cards on Amazon. But for 100 commons and uncommons, 10 foils, what's your price point? Well, that guy 30 minutes away from you is playing Digimon. Fuck. Alright, let's get this packing slip. This Digimon sale's not bad for $1.23 per card, or $43 per card. Small farm town. I'm imagining there's not of game stores in those small towns, so he might just be a collector. But other thing you missed is, like, I have a pretty good friend, and he's going through rough times also, but there's no reason for it to be rough. It's just something maybe with his brain. So he's getting on antidepressants, and then my ex-girlfriend talked about getting on antidepressants. Everyone's just depressed around me. It's a little rough. Fuck. Alright, we got 2 black Wargreymons. They're secret rares. I mean, they sound better than they are. Yeah, that is true. People will buy it anywhere. And then also have to factor in like families. You know, the parents could be playing with the kids, or the brothers could be playing together. Small friend groups. But I appreciate it. You know, everyone that buys stuff. Fuck. Then I have a lot more Shadowverse coming in. Got, I think I have like 20 boxes of that coming in. I've watched some people sell on Whatnot, and I'm not a fan. Mostly because I don't like sitting around watching people open stuff to buy. I'm kind of like, I want it now. And it seems there's a lot of gimmicks going into it, you know? Like I see wheels in the back room that they spin, or they have certain things, like they open up a certain card, you get rewards. It's, I don't know. It seems like another form of gambling. How a lot of people do it. So I haven't done it myself yet. I don't know. Maybe in the future I might try. But I like the Amazon idea that he brought up. Like I've seen those, I just never even thought about doing it, because I could throw plenty of those packs together. Went and just bought slabs. Slabs of Pokemon, or slabs of something else? I mean, it's a great way of upselling, especially with the people that have those valuable packs, where it's just like, you buy packs and I'll spin a wheel. You know, it's like a casino. It's always in their favor. Sold on Amazon in college. Hated it. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to explain why you hated it before Dylan over there goes and does it. Because I tried to manufacture something from China and then sell it on Amazon, and that completely failed. You know those Amazon seller gurus online, they got me. They convinced me that I could go on Fiverr or some other freelance thing and get someone from another country to basically run the whole operation. I just make the money. You know, it worked. Like, he did the work. He found a product. He worked with a factory in China to get it. He sent it over. But I made no money. So it was kind of a waste. All right. That is shipped. What's my next one? Yeah, I've tried everything. You hate it because of the rules. Crazy system involved. They can shut you down easily. Buyers are never wrong. Yeah. That's why I personally don't really want to do it on Amazon. Just because, yeah, I could see people scamming the system, being like, I bought these cards, I thought they'd be better. Or just picking out the cards they want and returning it to Amazon. I've seen that. Where things are open or resealed. Alright, going to California. We have a Lord Nightmon alt art for $6.98. Yeah. When I'm shopping, I filter out only for Prime shipping. I won't buy unless it's something very rare. I will never buy from just a third party. And cards usually aren't rare. There's tons of sellers. All right, the Child Lux driver asking the real questions. If I was a kitchen utensil, which one would I be and why? Let's see. I would be an ice cream scoop. Because it's versatile. I've eaten cereal out of an ice cream scoop. You can eat frozen stuff very easy. You can dig in there, dump it out. And it goes back to very durable. It's really hard to break an ice cream scoop. Let's see. Logo would be a whisk. Eating shit around here. Alright, let me grab Lord Nightmon. Well, same question back to you. Is there a better answer for this kitchen utensil? Because my first idea was going to be like a spork. But just because it's a spoon and a fork. Or the one that's like, it's a spork, but the other end has a knife on it too. So, as you can tell, I go for versatility here. Alright, Lord Nightmon. Curious for selling cards so cheap. These cards are cheap to you? Well, I guess if you're selling slabs and stuff, yeah, they're pretty cheap. This being, you know, just a basically $6 card right here. These, if you buy them in bulk, they're 6 cents each. They can get a little cheaper than that, but 6 cents was the kind of the sweet spot. You could find top loaders cheaper, but I like these better. Because my average is... my average on my sales usually around like 3 to 4 cards. And I think they fit better in this than they do a top loader. Because you'd have to get one of those thicker top loaders, and you don't want to add that thickness. And I've heard a lot of horror stories where the plastic just snapped. It's... I don't know, personal preference. Yeah, if I sell one 49-cent card, one of these is 6 cents. Because if I sell a 49-cent card, they have to pay for shipping, and it's $1.27 that they have to pay for shipping. So that covers the shipping with the envelope. Let's see, let's add it up. This, a stamp, and some tape, a shipping shield. Yeah, this is still under $1.20 something when you add everything together, and then a printed piece of paper, which is about another like 3 cents. So it works because the customer pays for shipping if it's under $5. And if they get like 10 common cards at 49 cents each, it's still not bad. Do I have a label? Like, what kind of label are you talking about? Like a return address label? I don't. So I use the stamp for my return address. So this is probably maybe like a penny or less per stamp. I've had this for like a year and a half and it's still going strong. And then I print out the packing slip that has the address, and it has, you know, it's a windowed envelope. So that's where the address goes. For the 4x6, yeah, I use a thermal printer down there. It's one of those generic ones that It's the same as all the other ones. But yeah, I'll use labels and slap those on. You'll be amazed at how much fit in a plain white envelope, though. I mean, the more you put in there, the more risk of it not going through the mail, or what am I doing? I'm like, I forgot to put the card in. But yeah, the more stuff you cram in a plate wine envelope, the more it could get damaged or lost, or so. But I think sometimes it's worth the gamble. I mean, if they're buying a bunch of common cards and they get lost, I mean, even if you refund the buyer, you're still not really out that much. Owned a pack and ship store. Yeah. What's your next business venture? I feel like there's something else you're gonna do. All right, that's off to, where did I say it was going? Off to California. UPS regional carrier, delivery driver, 7 years. Oh yeah, I don't think I asked you when you said that you're a driver. That means, what's the next move? Like, what do you got? All right, next one's going to Arizona. Shadowverse Evolved, Close Knit Ambitions. I was thinking about turning my finances into a business also. I'm like, you know what? I've been buying stocks. I've been buying all sorts of things. I could talk about that on YouTube. Then I had to stop myself and be like, there's too much stuff. I can't have another YouTube channel. Brick and mortar right now. CDL. Drive a cement truck. It's gonna lay off. Uncle with HVAC. How's HVAC in Wisconsin? Because where I live, like, HVAC is pretty needed. It's super hot here. All right, let me grab this Close Knit Ambitions. Where did I put that? Found it. Close Knit Ambitions. So another Shadowverse card. So that was, what did I say, $2? Nope, $1.17. But again, they pay for shipping. That's $2.44. see, blah, blah, blah. Good money, crazy hard. Never do shit, basically. Just physical grunt for him. Not super, no. I guess being handy probably helps. Some houses in Colorado don't even have AC. Doesn't it get hot in Colorado in the summer at least? Like when you're inside the house? I don't even know if my heat works in my house. That's how unneeded it is in Nevada. Southern Nevada. Yeah. Although I did try to wire my house for, Ethernet just to make the internet faster, and I crawled up into the attic crawl space. Not fun. I would not want to be up there fixing, ACs. It's a different world here. But when the summer comes, those AC people make a lot of money. If you were... Well, no, you were in Nevada and Vegas before. I feel like you just walk around in shorts. If you're like a shorts guy, just because you're used to real cold. Like there's one of my neighbors is from Colorado, and she was out there middle of the night doing lawn work. And I'm like, aren't you cold? She said it was nothing. I did not work today. My schedule is... I kind of make up my schedule, but they expect me to be at work roughly 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. But I can always come in a little later or stay. I can stay late. I can leave early. I can work weekends. I can work nights if I want. It's very flexible, but that means I have to go to work tomorrow. Not looking forward to that at all. 2 days a week off is not enough. It's not bad. And that's why I'm struggling with this whole mentality of having to work and always feeling like I have to work. Like I have a really cake job, my regular 9 to 5, and I still am trying to find a way to not go to work. And the only thing I can really think of that might be reliable is marry a rich girl or put all my money on black, at the casino, and hopefully I win. But this YouTube channel, the card stuff, it's slowly building a semi-passive income. Even at the low subscribers and a couple people watching on live, it's still, I think I'm going to get about $200 this month when you factor in the affiliate links and YouTube revenue. And that's not bad. But that's also being like my business-minded self. There's a lot of people that do really good on YouTube, but they're not really great at monetizing themselves and making money. All right. We have our first and only big order of the day. Going to California, we have 2 Shadowverse cards. One sold for $149, and the other one sold for $20, for a total of $169. That's not bad. So this one has to go in a padded envelope with tracking. Let me grab those. Alright, these get top loaders. And let's see. 100% your recruiter had the same shit easily Monday through Friday. Alright. What else I hated? I was trying to. I was laid off, yeah. Crazy how good I had it. To be honest, no one. I think people trick themselves into believing they love their job 100% of the time. Like, they have that mental power that they can do it. Just found a channel a week or two ago. Oh yeah, I need to get back to streaming with the bamboo. It's in the corner right there. It would be on right now, but it's kind of loud. And then I also... Let me move this camera slightly over, because I got another printer. So, like, check this one out. Oh, you can't really see it too well. I don't feel like angling it, but I got the Elegoo Neptune 4 Max. Really big. Let's see. Am I happy with the results of printing the minis on the A1? Yes. Give me a second and let me go grab one. Because I put them in the other room because I'm going to paint. I'm going to show you a painted one. And then I'll show you a non one so you can see the print lines that people keep talking about. Alright, I'm really all over the place when it comes to my channel. But it's cool, we got some Warhammer people and 3D printing people. I think I can use this camera over here and it'll be good. So on the bigger side we have this guy. So this is it's all on the A1 Mini. You can see, like, by his mouth you kind of lose a little detail because of what am I trying to say? Like, I had a support on his mouth, like a little tree support, and I tore it off. It kind of got messed up, but like you can see on the helmet and his shoulder pads, you got a little bit of those layer lines right there. And let's look at the back. But you can make out all the details. You can tell that's a torso and some skulls. In this light, you can see on his cape, you got some lines. But all in all, I think it's pretty good. And far away, like tabletop distance, just... Oh, you can't really stand up that well. Like, you can't tell me you're going to notice any of that stuff. But this guy's on the chunkier side. This one right here... yes, I gotta find it, but I can send it and put it in the chat. This is a smaller one. This is like a little tiny rat. This one was from One Page Rules. And you cannot see the layer lines on this, really. It's too small. Come on, focus. But like, to scale, it's tiny. And it came out so great. Now to paint them, this is a Yoke Fiend from also Trench Crusade. I'm doing a lot of Trench Crusade stuff because I want to make videos and play it. So this is a painted up one that I did. I'm not a professional painter. Come on. So, because I used probably more of a skin tone, you can see some of those layer lines like on his back. But again, it's not bad. You won't see him when they're far away. And then we have... who do I want to use? These are some small ones. They're all going to be pretty, like, grim, darky, like, paint schemes and everything. So you can see some of the lines on her little trench coat. But not bad. I'll show you these last three. And these are really thin too. I printed all the bases also. I was supposed to put some crosses on his shoulder pads, but not bad. Another Trench Crusade one. The details in her face, they don't come out too great, so I kind of bloodied her up. But again, these are really small. The sword, there were supports around the sword, and they peeled off really easy. I broke a couple from being aggressive. I have an airbrush, but I don't really use it. And then it's great on terrain. Like, terrain's just perfect. But I'm just starting out with the painting. I've only painted maybe 10 things. Let me find that figure. But yeah, I got the Elegoo one for big terrain. But anyone that wants to do small miniatures, yeah, the A1 Mini is way better. I tried it on the Elegoo one. Not the same. Let's see. Let me find this. Alright. Oh, before KT, what website do people use to check Japanese card price? eBay and price charting. If I had Japanese, I don't really have Japanese cards, but if I did, I would mainly sell them on eBay, so I'd always check eBay last sold price. Because there's a lot of people that list things very high, and it's not selling, it's not selling. So I'd stick with eBay for now, unless you're trying to sell off of it, like your own site maybe. It looks good. Little times you had. Yeah, I mean, I took a lot of art classes. I have an art degree that I've never used at all. So, like the color theory and, you know, just painting, it comes naturally to me. My problem is I don't practice. And so I never get past an okay level. I want to change that because I want to actually practice for Golden Demon. I already have a model picked out. I need to practice up. So that's a link to, he's called a Sin Eater. Really cool model. So we're shipping out these two cards. The one right here is the one that's worth $150. Other one's $20. I've been holding on to these for a while too. I'm gonna be sad that they're gone. Been selling on Amazon since 2016. I've had Prime products on Amazon. My wife and I split in 2021 after I got a rare bacteria infection. And she deserted you to die? How long were you with your wife? We need some good stories on here. Like, me and Logan were talking about how life's just rough for just everyone all around. But I have so many questions. The main one, how long were you with your wife? And then I want to know about your selling Amazon Prime, because we were talking about that with Dylan before. 30 years. I don't even know what to say. Was there a reason? And that bacterial infection, is that treatable? Like how, or was she just using it as an excuse? Got married in 1990. International. Yeah, I'm wondering what you're selling, because I failed on Amazon. I tried it multiple times and everyone just tells me I didn't have the right product, and I'm like, I spent thousands of dollars trying to get this off the ground and it just didn't work for me. But I don't know if you're here when I was talking about how I was trying to get it from something manufactured from China and then sold. Like maybe I should have just stuck to the people that go to Walmart and buy all the clearance stuff and then just sell it on Amazon. I feel like I'd have a better chance of making money that way. Alright. So we also need team bags just to make it look more pro. Oh, other thing on the printing. All the minis that I showed you were all on the Bamboo PLA Basic. I tried some generic stuff. Terrible. It was stringy, no matter what settings. It was just terrible. It was dry. And then I tried some Sunlu. Those came out better, but wasn't great. Bamboo PLA is my go-to for the minis now. And I bought some matte PLA to see if that prints out better. We'll see. I haven't got to it yet. And then I got this. This will be interesting. I'll probably make a video talking about how this goes. Come on. I thought this would be a quick reveal, and I gotta take all the packaging off. So this is their Bamboo Super Tack. You can actually feel it. This feels... It's not sticky, but you can tell there's some grip on here. But I got it for the delicate models that have like the little thin supports, because those would fall off sometimes, and I think this will help. So I'll probably have a video again, or I'd probably have a video or just running in the background to see if it works while I'm at work. But I'm excited for this because I think this will really help. Would you buy the A1 or the A1 Mini if you're doing it again? I'd probably get the A1. Only because I want to print terrain also, and there's a lot of terrain that does not fit on here. It is so small. But I found a good deal on a second printer, and now I'm happy with it. Let's see, 95. Started working at Progressive Software. Was a tech chief architect for the Iris point of sale system that ran Starbucks, 5 restaurants, 15 years. I've never heard of that point of sale. So I'm an IT manager on one of the casinos on the Strip here in Vegas. So I have to deal with point of sale. It's all Agilicis and Micros right now. But that's pretty cool. Chief Architect. But yeah, if you're gonna print more than just minis, get the A1 because they operate exactly the same. Same software, same buttons, same settings, same everything. You can see some of my Amazon products. You're winding down. It's 1 a.m. where you live right now, right? Well, Logan, we're gonna learn from Don here, who's got that Amazon business. See if we can copy it, if it's successful. Design the whole system. 1:17 a.m. Okay. Got more East Coast on Don's side then. It's still early where I am. 10:17. But yeah, if you want to link some of your Amazon products, I want to see what you sell. Only way to make money on Amazon is Prime. I mean, that tracks to me. That makes sense. I'm going to cut up a little cardboard just so I can keep this a little straighter. I don't think it actually does anything, but it makes me feel better just to know there's some rigid cardboard in there. The hardest thing about selling on Amazon is not to lose money. So you did the fulfillment then, right? Like you sent it into Amazon and they shipped everything? Do I know anything, or do I know anyone that collects fancy serial numbers? Serial numbers for what? Like Magic? Or... the card business isn't bad. I picked the card business for a couple of reasons. One, I grew up playing Magic the Gathering, and then I played Pokemon for a little bit, and I just really love just fantasy and sci-fi games like Warhammer, and you know, there's a lot of like Root. That's a board game that's pretty cool. So many things. So it was easier because shipping's easier. Most people like this, 2 cards, $169. You throw it in a mailer, send it out. Because I wanted to sell so many things. I wanted to try to do the furniture game where you buy this old furniture, you know, fix it up, send it, but that's harder. I want to do cars, but that's a lot more involved with space, and so the card business is really nice just because it's just a couple cards in an envelope. U.S. currency. Nope. Are you holding on to like a lot of U.S. currency? Maybe Don knows. Where do I get most of my cards? Everywhere. I have no store loyalty at all. It's the cheapest price, cheapest deal. Locally, though, there's a shop called Night and Day, and there's a link in my description if you want to check it. They usually have some good deals and clearance and prices. I got a lot of stuff. Like all these Shadowverse ones I'm selling, I got from them. Sent a box of products to an Amazon distribution center. pay for what they call placement. It's a little fee, and they move the products to the fulfillment centers. I mean, that was the idea that I wanted to do also, but I sent stuff to the distribution center, and it sat there, and I started getting charged a fee because it was just sitting and sitting, and eventually I had to tell them, like, just destroy it. I had to click the button that said throw away all the product I have, and then I gave up. It was kind of sad. Let's see. Also, if anyone happens to know like royalty-free like rock and metal music, let me know. Because that's what I listen to, and I haven't found one. Every time I put that on, I get demonetized. Let's do this. Alright, we need to create a label. I think it's going to be like $4 to send it to California, even though it's one state away from me. 4, 7, and we'll say it's 2 ounces. Going to California, make sure the address is right. Yeah, $4.08 to go one state away. Luckily, it's on $100 plus, so that's not bad. Print that. Oops.
Fuck.
That. Perfect. Let's see. Storage fees. Never liked the control Amazon had over it. Oh, 10 of the same product. Yeah, they could send it to different distribution areas. Oh, Don used to send 100 to 500 units per day. Was it a big item or a small item that you were selling? Yeah, that's how I think about it, because when I sell on TCGplayer, so I'm using a site to host the cards, kind of like eBay, just no bidding. They handle a lot of this stuff. They handle the sales tax, they handle the listing, the website, you know, after a while they handle customer returns and all that, so they take their chunk of money. And Amazon, it's nice too. Because there's no way I'd be able to reach all these customers if I just had a website of my own. Ways to not pay storage fees. I don't know. Well, I'm out of this. We're going to convince... let's convince Logan. That'll be his next thing, to sell on Amazon again. I would do it. If I didn't have all these hobbies. Like after this, I gotta paint up some kill team. Like I have a whole army that just or squad that needs to be painted. And that takes hours. Totally against Amazon. Oh, I guess that's true. We just kind of... I was curious. I was wondering what's going on with Amazon. Then your life and the wife and all that. I just like knowing things. I want to be involved. But yeah, going back to the main thing. If you're just doing minis, the A1 mini is perfect. I wouldn't go with the A1 if it's just miniatures you're going to do. But if you want terrain, you got to get the A1. All right, Logan, what if you make the next Amazon? just learn some coding and all that and just make a better Amazon. Then you'll be rich. Your wife was trying to force you to sell your house. She died in January, and that problem went away. I mean, oh, that's one of those, like, what do I say? Because you said it was a problem, so that went away, so that's great. Her dying may not be great. Or could be. Alright, I need to get 2 nest balls for 49 cents each. So now you don't have to sell the house, so you're going to live in it, right? That's the goal. PAF. 2 nest balls.
I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
Oh, yeah. Logan, were you here when he first gave his kind of intro on all the stuff going on? I think that might have been when you were switching to your phone.
Ice runs in my veins. Won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility.
But it seems to fit the theme of what we've been talking about. Just things just being rough.
I'm insane. It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it all.
How do you get a stamp dispenser? It's those little quality of life things that make me happy. Like a stamp dispenser. Alright, just had a fusion of 3 vertebrae on November 4th. L45S1 in recovery. I don't know how much functionality I'll regain in your legs. Is it just your legs then? That were affected by the vertebrae?
I'm coming for the throne.
Not sure what all is involved in that. Let me look that up, actually. Let's see. Vertebrae fusion. Okay. Permanently joins 2 or more vertebrae in the spine. That makes sense. I got that. Goal surgeries to reduce pain, increase stability in the spine. Was that from an injury, or was that just like a natural thing that you were born with that just started developing over time? Modern Maker Society concepts about people making things with tools like CNC machines, like 3D printers. Almost any modern tools. Okay. Are you planning on making something to help? I want to get a CNC machine. At one point, I wanted to sell custom-made guitars. That was one of my first business ventures, and I think it could have worked with the right marketing. But I didn't have the room, and I could have done it in China where they built them, but they wanted a lot up front. Like, they wanted to send me like thousands of guitars, and I didn't have the money to do that. Or the storage area for thousands of guitars. Oh yeah, I remember you were saying the bacterial infection. Lower spine, nerves were severely compressed, destroyed this vertebrae. Alright, you have the Genmitsu. Let me look at this on Amazon. How big is that? I wonder if that'd be good, because I want to make some terrain for Warhammer too, like the wooden ones. I think I can do that. 268 bucks or 269. That's not bad for CNC. Things reliable. Great. Now I'm gonna start buying CNC machines. I have no room. I have a 1-car garage, and that's probably where it would end up. Yeah, the 2 white guitars. I actually have 3. One's not in the camera in my other videos. Well, it's a bass. All 3 of those are prototypes of the guitars that I wanted to manufacture. It was going to be around $300, and it was going to be one of those, like, you don't get a fancy paint job, but you get a good playing guitar. And then I fell in love with them, and I only play them. So I kind of wish I would have kept going with that business idea. I'm looking at... Hold on, let me find this link real quick. I closed it. God. Yeah, so I was looking at this one. That's the one you mentioned, right? 380 or 3018. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I was like, I wonder how big, and I can make terrain out of that, and that could be cool. I just assumed there's gonna be a lot of dust, so it has to be in my garage. Maybe that's not the case. I'm seeing a lot of people in the pictures just put it on their desk inside their house. See. 1976. Nice. That'd be cool. I haven't been playing that long. I think I've been playing since like 2002, somewhere around there, on and off. I used to be in a cover band here in Vegas where we played a lot of those, you know, top hits. It drove me crazy because I could not play "Hit Me With Your Best Shot" ever again in my life. Like, I played that way too many times. I worked at Yamaha Music and Turtle Beach Systems. I like Yamaha. Before I made my guitar, I mean, I still have a Yamaha. It's really nice. I guess that's true. I could get an enclosure for it. Alright, let me ship that out. That was going to Arizona. The last two cards I picked. I have another order, $8.37. This is that bigger Shadowverse one that I put off. Also going to California. I feel better shoving a lot of cards if it's going one state over. So this will be good. Expand the bed? I'm gonna have to measure because I wanna copy the Frontline Gaming terrain. I went to the Las Vegas Open. I didn't play because I'm not very good at Warhammer, but their wooden terrain was cool. It just kind of like slides in together. It's pre-painted, so I gotta measure it to see if that extra, you know, the 300 millimeter times 400 would work. These things, brown envelopes used to ship the cards in. So these are from a company called Shipping Shield. And because, you know, you're faced with a couple options here when you send out your cards. You could just risk it and throw this in an envelope and hope it gets there without being bent. You got your top loader or a shipping shield. I prefer the shipping shield just because it's made of paper and it bends pretty well. I think these both have the same protection, but I've heard horror stories of this kind of snapping, so I've been sticking to these. And if you buy them in bulk from shippingshieldus.com, this was like 6 cents each, so it's kind of comparable to a top loader. The only thing they say to do with these, though, is they have this tab, and a lot of new people that get them, they kind of tuck it under and in like this. And that, people have reported that messes up the card, so it's a lot better just to tape the outside, or tape this down on the outside. If I really want a CNC, recommend bigger machine than the 3018. I already spent hundreds or several hundreds of dollars in upgrades. Okay, so you'd recommend me getting a bigger one that probably already has those upgrades? I'm gonna do it one day. I know I will. It's not a matter of if. I'll probably have a video of that running in the background too. Alright, where was I? Okay, yes. An $8.37 order going to California for Shadowverse Evolved cards. I gotta grab those. Bag's very important. All right, you have a great night. Also, thanks for chatting. I'm gonna have more minis being printed on my A1 mini, and I'll test out that sticky plate just so I can report back to everyone that it works better or it doesn't work. High on Pixels. Are you a current seller? Or are you thinking about selling? And let me grab. I need to grab 2 or 3 Liliths. I think most of this order is going to be in the stack right here. These are the Waltz of Undying starter decks. Starter decks bring in some money. You know, the ones that have exclusive cards. So we got our 3 Liliths here. Then I need 3 of the evolved version of her. 1, 2, 3. And these are common, by the way. Bronze in this game is just a common card, no foiling, nothing. 49 cents each. What else? We have 3 Alucards. And this game is max of 3 in a deck. So they're play sets right now. So got 3 Alucards going in. It's got a little curl on it, which is kind of annoying. But they'll flatten down once they're in that shipping shield. Then we got 3 Razor Claws. Yeah, I think he bought everything from the starter deck. Oh, alphabets. Like, I forgot where R was. All right, we got our 3 Razor Claws. And then 3 Queen Vampires. Yes, they are all from this. Queen of Vampires. How much time do I spend shipping? I say, well, depends. Depends if I'm streaming it. It takes a little longer. And how much product I put in. If I was to because again, everything in this background, all around me, I haven't uploaded and put in my inventory. But if I did, we're talking probably about 4 hours a day. And you can minimize that time if you're a little more organized than me, because some of these sets are really organized and others aren't. So it takes me a little bit to track down. But yeah, 4 hours, I'd say. When I want to break and I don't want it to be 4 hours, I'll stop posting new inventory. But when I get my 20 Shadowverse boxes coming in, I'm going to be busy that entire week. Oops. Dropping cards. Where did this come from? Yes, that is daily. Yeah, when I was dating someone, my ex would just be like, "You do nothing but you come home and you pack up cards." It's kind of how it is. Then I had to slow down my business because it was just too much selling, too much time spent. Checking the card biz, not really aware of this hobby segment. It's doing videos and streams. Buy cards from me. Where's my store link? Where is it? inventory. Nope. Don't want to do that. Oh my god, I got... I'm trying to find the link to my actual store. Where are you? I know where I can find it. I don't know why there's not an easy button that just says like your inventory. Let's go. I had it in like my old videos when I started. Where are you? That's annoying. I can find it. I can do this.
I'm in the cave, I gotta make some light, make it hype, even if we break a night, and even if things go left, we gotta make them right, chillin' with mine, we triple up, they on a double up, triple dub, came from the basement, we only going up, they loving us, up in the booth, I'm getting dizzy, but they the cup is up, toast to my people that's on the come up, and you live with us, ain't all about the trick of bus, looking at my watch, your spirit bomb, both hands is going up, you going coast to coast with us, see the flows is flowing, overflowing, yeah, the cup it runneth over, tidal wave up in the ocean.
Alright, this took way longer than it should have. There we go. So that's where I sell TCGplayer, and that's a link to my inventory. Alright, where is... Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. I have so many windows open. There we go. But yeah, that's where I sell. Sometimes I sell on eBay, but it's not... I mean, I don't like taking pictures of the cards, so I don't do eBay. That's it. I only have 5,400 listings. I feel like it should be more, because I have 23,417 cards listed, and a lot of them are duplicates, and that's why there's only 5,400 actual listings. But I'm telling you, I got like 20 plus in boxes. I would pick up a box to show you of all the extra cards I have, but it's gonna topple over if I do. You need to come to Vegas, show you around the shops. You were just in Vegas. How are you gonna get back to Vegas? I'm gonna trick the wife, unless the wife and the baby come. This order I'm not happy with, because 15 cards, I don't like putting 15 cards into one plain white envelope. I could. It's pushing it. I used to send it in twos. Like I would do half the cards in one envelope and then mark on the envelope package 1 of 2, package 2 of 2. But I noticed cards were disappearing. Like they were just gone. Like people were like, oh, I got the first half, but the second half didn't get here. So I stopped doing that. But because these are all common cards at 49 cents and it's going to California, I think I'm probably just gonna put them all in a plain white envelope and see what happens. How do I list fast? So there's a couple ways of doing it. Once you reach level 4, it unlocks a bunch of features to list. You could use the pricing tab, where you can just, you know, you can go down the list and just add and add while you're sorting, or you can just import. So get a spreadsheet and type it all out and then just import it in one go. But there's no like real fast way of doing it. It's faster than when I was a level 1 seller and didn't have those tools, but still takes time. Flying a weekend trip. Vegas has some of the cheapest flights. How much is cheap? Because your cheap and my cheap could be different. Alright, let me get these. So I need to split these up evenly. So we got 6. That'd be 8 and 7. You know what? We're just going to take the hit on shipping and we're going to put this all in a padded envelope. We'll do that instead. I don't want to deal with this getting busted open and someone complaining over, you know, like $2 saving shipping. Which way do I do what? Actually, $150 isn't that bad. How many layovers though? Maybe stuck at the airport for hours. But if you're referring to how do I ship them, it's the same as before, but I just put 2 shipping shields like on the side like that in the envelope. Because it has to bend in the middle, so you want to make sure that there's nothing in the middle and you tape them on the sides. Yeah, it goes through. It's just 15 cars is just a weird number to sell. Been subscribed on my personal YouTube for a while. Oh, nice. Card Cargo. You a seller also, or just a collector? If you take a red eye, there's no... I guess that makes sense. Well, if you ever do come back to Vegas, I can take you to an MGM show. Again, the MGM show's free. And then I can show you my favorite card shops. Get some games in. Show you how to play Warhammer. Can't do strip clubs or bars though. Those aren't fun when you stop drinking. How do I list? I list through pricing just because when I'm sorting, I'm at my computer and I'm sorting and I can just reach up and, you know, 49 cents tab and how many I have, and then I just go that way and then I put them away. That's how I do it. But I think the spreadsheet's more efficient in a way, because if you're using Excel and everything, you know, if you have all formulas and random fancy things it can do, it's better. Seller trying to go part-time actual job to full-time. Nice. Are you doing eBay or on TCGplayer? What level are you? What do you sell? I'm curious. We're nosy. Alright. Need a team bag for these. We're not flopping around. It seems like everyone has like a different bestseller when they're selling cards. Because Pokemon is not it for me. Pokemon doesn't make me much money. Pokemon makes me more money in the little YouTube revenue that I get. Because people like watching videos about Pokemon. People did not like watching videos on Shadowverse, even though Shadowverse is my second best-selling game. My first best-selling game is Digimon. Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't drink also, so that's great. Alright, we're going to cut up a little more cardboard too, just to give that some rigidness. Mostly Magic the Gathering, looking at Flesh and Blood, trying to get on eBay this year as well. Level 4. Okay, 1.2k sales, not bad. What am I at? I was just on my profile. Let's see, out of curiosity. I'm almost 2k. Yeah, you gotta hit those Pokemon videos fast. Like, I really wanted to do the newest set, cause couldn't find it, and by the time I get it, it's gonna be old news, and I won't have many views. Magic the Gathering has been not great for me. I haven't listed any of my cards from Magic. I just know that everything I pulled from the 2 booster boxes did not make up for the box itself. Flesh and Blood, I got bulk. I bought bulk from TCG Bulk King. Couldn't move it. Couldn't sell it. But I think it's my fault because I didn't have any rares to go along with it. That's why I don't do eBay, because like you said, 15 listings per hour, and I got thousands of cards, and you're gonna have thousands of cards too once you start going. There we go. Let me print out this packing slip. Man, I'm tempted to just drive this order to this guy's house. He's in California, but it's like just across the border. How quick does my Digimon move? My Digimon moves pretty quick. So I sell everything. So my whole thing is I get booster boxes on clearance or on sale on a good deal. Open everything, list everything. Everything I sell is at least 49 cents. So every common, no matter if everyone's selling it for a penny, I sell it for 49 cents. And people usually buy a rare and they tack on to try to get free shipping. And it works out. But good price Digimon cards, they sell when I post them and get a new box. Most of the rares and SRs, alt arts, they sell within like 3 days. The only rares that aren't selling are like older ones that from sets maybe like 2-3 years ago, but people do buy them, and the meta changes so much that a lot of the commons and uncommons, sometimes you'll see those selling for like $3 or $4. So it's good. I tried Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was sitting longer than I'd like. I tried Lorcana. Lorcana just doesn't make the money. Like, cards sell all the time, but the prices are so low. Star Wars, there's just too many variants I didn't want to deal with. It's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, Digimon's great because you can get booster boxes for like $30 compared to Magic at what, like, cheapest I've seen is sometimes $90. Do I have any Pokemon bulk? Not really. Not really. Because for my business model to work, I have to have the bulk. Because you'll find someone that'll buy, like, someone will want maybe this Luxray at, what is this, like a $2 card? I haven't looked in a while. It's not even listed. They'll buy this and they'll try to get free shipping. It's something with your mind. Like, you'll buy stuff you don't even want. And I do this also, and I know I'm doing it just to get free shipping. So they'll tack on, like, you know, 4 or 5 common cards at 49 cents each that they don't even want, just to get free shipping. And it works for me because I'm making money off of that all day. Yeah, I was getting booster boxes of Digimon Classic at one point for $20 each. I think they have 30-something booster packs in it. And they had rares that were selling for $9. Regular rares. This was an alt. And I bought probably like 100 and something of those boxes. And I made my money back within 2 days. Just because that one card is so hot. When you were guaranteed, really, I was getting like 5 of them a box. Plus all the other stuff. It was crazy. At my LGS today, I was at my LGS today playing Warhammer. But there was a whole table of people playing Digimon, like professional level Digimon players that were practicing for their, you know, the next big tournament. It's a really fun game. I mean, I'm not a fan of Digimon. Besides, you know, I saw the cartoon when I was a kid. But the gameplay is so unique that it's fun. When you're buying a collection and want to keep certain cards for your personal collection and sell the rest, how do you report expenses on your taxes? It really... I mean, it depends how you have it. If you have an LLC, you got to do more. If you're just like me, who's just a guy that's just selling on the side, it depends on how much you sell. Like, let's say your extra is, I don't know, maybe you sell your extra and it's like an extra like $100 a month. I mean, you're not really running a business at that point, so Taxman's not going to come after you. It's like selling a car. Like, I don't know if you sold a car, but like, I've sold a car and you don't throw it on your taxes because it's not really a business thing. But if you do have an LLC, then like Logan said, yeah, you gotta keep the receipts and everything, and it's a little bit of hassle. But this year is the first year that I have to do taxes. So, because I sold 16,000, there's another video I have that breaks it all down, but 16,000 in sales. Now, not all of that is profit. TCGplayer already factors in the sales tax for you, so you don't have to worry about that. On eBay and things like that. So I'd have to take like all the receipts that I spent on all this product and then minus that out and report. It's probably like maybe $6,000 to $8,000 of actual income. But once I actually do that, run the numbers and see if I can not pay taxes and try to, you know, there's ways of paying less taxes. I'm going to try to make it work, and I'll probably make a video on how I do it. But yeah, I'll just say I've known a lot of people that just don't pay their taxes, and for some reason it works. Just like you've had people that don't pay debt collectors, and they don't get their wages garnished. There's so many things going on with that. Yeah, I think my best deal was Karloff for like $83 a box. The lands in that set alone paid for the whole purchase. Maybe I just bought the wrong set, because I bought the Boulder... Yeah, the Baldur's Gate set, and that did not work out for me. Yeah, I swear the tax man is making it complicated just so you pay more in taxes. Like, they're hoping you fill it out wrong and they can just collect more. I think it's all a scam. No, I did not put this in there. Yeah, like, I can write off a portion of my house because I'm using a room to run this business. My car, I have to drive places to go pick up these cards. So there's a portion there. My printer, my supplies, all the shipping material. I'm pretty sure I can get to paying virtually nothing. But the real question, let me make sure I know who asked that. Jackie. So the real question, Jackie, is how much money are you making selling extras out of your personal collection? And that'll tell you kind of what to do with taxes. You love Baldur's Gate. I got like 10 boxes of that. You have to buy the draft with that set. The set boosters are awful. So basically, I bought the set boosters, and so that's why it's awful. That's disappointing. So I'm not very familiar with Magic the Gathering anymore. Used to play it back on Revised and a bunch of other sets throughout the years. But I did not know about collector boosters, things like that. So I tried to stay clear of it. Because I'm not a fan with the different type of boosters. Alright, I need to make another label for this one, and this will be good to go. Blah. 7. This is about. That's about 2 ounces. How long have I sold, or how long has Card Cargo sold? I might as well just answer it. So, for me, a year with 4 months off when I burned myself out. What about you, Card Cargo? How long you been selling? Alright, print this label. Four by 6. Do the same thing. Weird the way the card prices are just draft gives better results, but hate the collectors. They're not even good for cracking. Only reselling, investing, and sealed. Yeah, draft threw me off because, from my understanding, you're supposed to draft with those boxes. So I thought there'd be a lot of, common cards, uncommon cards, staples that everyone has, but they don't really want to buy because they have so many of them. So I stayed away from the draft ones. And something about opening a collector's pack and just opening like a small amount of cards for so much money was not appealing to me. 2 years on and off. I'm taking it serious past 3 months again. I was shocked when I took it seriously how much money was coming in. But it was also like a lot of work for someone that has just a regular 9-to-5 job to just put in 100%. It's too much for one person. I mean, unless your life is just work, and mine kind of is, but it's not a fun feeling. Because right now, I can kind of slack off a little bit and maybe not ship the cards out the same day that they come in. But when I was really, doing it seriously, I could not wait. Because if I waited one day, my orders would end up like 100 orders in one day. And like, shit, this is too much. I want to try TCG sales because eBay is way more work. Deal with pictures, a lot of scammers. I've only sold maybe like 10, 15 things on eBay, so I don't really have a big enough pool to know if there's a lot of scammers. But yeah, in the like 2,000 things I've shipped out on TCGplayer, I want to say maybe there was like 1 or 2 scammers. I can't prove they were, but there weren't many. All right, that one is done. Ooh, add tracking. Perfect. Okay. Super hard not to get burnt out. We're 10-7. Yes, I do agree with Card Cargo there. If you're selling like slabs or really expensive cards, you can get more money on eBay. Because people on eBay pay more for some reason. I don't know why. Like, you can get the same card on TCGplayer for less, yet there's still sales on eBay. And then you can have more variety, because there's certain cards, like let's say Japanese Pokemon cards that you can't list on TCGplayer yet. They haven't gone through all that. Alright, that's good. This is good. But also, what helped me take off more with sales too was adding different games. So, for example, I have people buying Pokemon and Lorcana in the same order. And that's really nice to have, because they'll pick up like a couple commons here, rares there. But my main go-to best sellers right now, because it changed. Before it was a different game, but that game kind of died. Digimon's number 1. Shadowverse is number 2. And Shadowverse cards, fly out of my inventory super quick, especially, the cards that people are playing. And then my third one technically is Lorcana. The ones that was really good was Battle Spirit Saga. It's still a game, it's still being played, but it's slowly dying. But I was getting boxes for like $10 to $15 a booster box, and they had some cards that were selling for like $50-$60. But that slowed down. I could still make money with it, but no one's buying the common cards anymore. No one's buying uncommons and the holos. Other ones I've tried, the Vive Shores one, not good. I made no money off that. What else? Yu-Gi-Oh was doing okay, but my Yu-Gi-Oh cards kept coming broken out of the and bent out of the booster boxes, so I stopped doing that. Magic the Gathering, you already know about that. Didn't work. Kept getting play sets and wasn't great. And then there's some other games that I forgot. I've tried a lot of games. What platform do I use for shipping? If it's needing tracking, yes, it's Pirate. I use Pirate Ship. I tried to shop around, to see if I can get a better deal, but you really can't. Every site I've tried, even going to the post office, it's all roughly the same price. I think the only one that was cheaper was stamps.com. But the problem with stamps.com is there's a membership fee. I think it's like $20 a month. So you really have to send out a certain amount of things for that discount to even matter. And a lot of the times, I'm lazy. There's months where I just don't want to sell, so I won't list things. And I don't want to be spending $20 a month for a shipping thing that I'm not using. Hard to compare prices on eBay, plus they have a longer established customer base. It says strict on eBay for collectibles. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people that use eBay, so yeah. How much did you start with your Pokemon business? Like, how much money did I put into it? I started with $0. So it kind of started because I used to play Magic. I used to play Pokemon. I really loved Pokemon when I was growing up. Like, really, really loved Pokemon. We're talking like crying to get some toys from Burger King. And then like I thought it died out, but my cousin was like, no, it's still going. So I had an option. It was either take some of my cash and start it with, $500, $1,000 or something like that. But I wanted to build my credit at the same time. I had really bad credit when I started. I was just like low 600s, like borderline 500s. So I opened 2 Capital One credit cards. And the limits on those credit cards were like, I think $1,000 each at the time. They moved up now. But reason for 2 credit cards is I wanted to be able to separate buying inventory versus buying shipping, equipment, and things to operate. So one card I used for cards, other ones I used for all the operational expenses. And on top of that, I was afraid that I would fail. So with the credit cards, there was a deal going on with the credit cards. It's really nice, which was you open it, there's 0% interest for a year, so I could slowly pay them off without interest. And then on top of that, if I spent a certain amount of money, which was like, I think it was $500, they gave me a $200 credit. So that kind of negated all that stuff. And that works. And there's also, if you want to go my route of buying stuff, I suggest doing that. There's affiliate links in my description. So if you sign up for a credit card to get approved, right now you get a $300 credit if you spend a certain amount of money. And I get $150 just because you signed up. It's great. If you're thinking about doing that, click my link. I appreciate it. But yeah, you can do it with $0. Pleasantly surprised about the demand for different card games. I've only ever done Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. Yeah, Digimon's big. I don't think Digimon's going anywhere. Neither is Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadowverse could potentially die, but it has a following because it was a digital card game. Lorcana has a staying power because it's Disney. But selling it, like, besides the first wave when it came out, everyone loved it and they were scalping it. Now it's easy to get, so the cards are kind of cheap. And there's other card games that are popping up. Like, I would give it a shot, because what's the worst that could happen? After a year or two, it dies and you just donate the rest of the cards. You already paid your money. I was actually looking at selling Alestrals. Never heard of it before, but there were some good deals on booster boxes, and I'm like, I think I can make some money. Do I think Prismatic is good long-term hold or quick flip? Depends how long you're in the game. And if you're opening them. Doesn't sound like you want to open them because you were asking if it's a hold or a quick flip. So we talk. You could open them. If you open them like right now, and sell them, you can make some decent money because they're hard to find and prices are inflated, like stupid inflated. If you need that quick money, I would sell it now because it's gonna drop. So you're gonna buy these, like let's say you find an ETB you buy for $50 at Target. Right now, I haven't checked in a while, but I think last time I checked they were like is it $120 they were selling for? Let's see, Prismatic Evolutions. I think they were. Let me check just to make sure. Let's do high-low. ETBs. There's so many people trying to sell the junk out of ETBs. Like, that's always annoying to kind of sift through. There we go. Yeah, so a lot of them are selling for like 114. Yeah, so you're looking at like 114. If you're local, selling it locally, you probably get like 120, maybe 140, depending on how much they want it. Problem with that though, is these things are gonna drop like a rock, and they already have. Well, not like a rock. Like before, they were selling for 150. Now they're down to 113. And then as more people get it, it's gonna drop down to like 70, and then it's gonna hover around 60, and then no one's gonna care. You're gonna have to wait that long term. If you want to hold it for like 4 or 5 years, sure, it's better. You'll make more money holding onto it for years than you will selling it now. It's just, do you want to have a closet full of these ETBs dealing with them like 4 years from now? Which is why I only have a couple sealed ones. I have those Fusion Strike Pokemon Center ones. Bought them for 50. They are selling for... What are they selling for? Haven't checked in a while. They're selling for $145. That's the low right now. So if I sell one, basically getting like $100 profit per. But they were sitting there on that shelf for a long time. Know a guy, I can get those anime type card games from distribution, so I can give it a go. Grand Archive, also, that was a good seller for me. It was just expensive for Grand Archive. I'm gonna start sorting cards while I talk. I'm like, I need to. I have so many things that I need to sort and list. But yeah, Grand Archive was really good. It was hard. Sorcery was also good, but that was hard to get. One Piece is really good. All my One Piece like instantly sold too. Now I'm just down to like bulk stuff that no one cares about, and occasionally it does sell. Card Fight Vanguard, surprisingly I still sell some of those. I got like cheap booster boxes on clearance for like $10. That's been selling slowly. I haven't tried Universes. I might. I try everything. I get a couple booster boxes of everything. But like I said, Alestrals had popped up on TCGplayer. I tried Cryptic. But they're bouncing from dead to kind of alive to dead. To me, Cryptic was a cash grab. Like one of those crypto schemes. Kind of like MetaZoo. But they're still kind of holding on. I made no money off of that. MetaZoo, I have a couple booster boxes back there on the off chance it comes back. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's all the games. I've tried almost everything. This will be fun. We'll sort some Shadowverse. I have stacks of it. All that stuff in the back, not sorted. Tyler, Neuron, TCGplayer. Do you sell bulk singles? $1 or less each. How do you make shipping worth it? So I open booster boxes and packs and starter decks, and I sell every single thing except energy cards and like mana. My floor price is 49 cents. I don't care how common it is. I don't care if someone's selling it for a penny. I sell it for 49 cents. That way, if someone buys one card from me, and they do, I have plenty of sales of one card. They pay 49 cents plus the $1.27 for shipping, because under $5. And then either, and I think I make like a couple pennies off of it. So that's how I get around it. And the reason I do 49 cents is there's tons of people that buy, we'll just use Pokemon for example. They buy an EX or a V for like $3 and they tack on commons and uncommons at 49 cents to get free shipping. Just because, again, in their mind, not paying for shipping and getting a couple cards they don't want is better. And so that's how I do it. Because I started selling cards at 5 cents each when I first started. And I was losing money with every order. Because there's always somebody that buys like a stack of 50 cards at 5 cents, and you have to pay to put in a bubble mailer at $4, and you just lose money. So I upped it. And trust me, like, just up it. You'll get less sales, but when you do sell, you know, selling a card at 49 cents is better than selling it, you know, a bunch of cards at 5 cents. What do you think of scalpers? People are bashing them, but I think we need them to leverage Pokemon card hype. I enjoy scalpers. I find it entertaining. I don't want anyone to get hurt. But when I see the Costco stuff where someone's elbowing people in the face and people are diving and stealing from each other, I think it's hilarious and entertaining. But I think, like you said, they're good because they bring hype. You got, you know, grandparents and random, you know, sneakerheads running around grabbing things, and everyone knows about it. Because Pokemon Center, like the company and everything, is making money. They're making their money. They don't care as long as people are buying product and Target's sold out. Like, they're fine. Why I don't mind it mainly is, so right now people are scalping, you know, prismatic evolutions, and they're going to scalp the next one. They're going to scalp the next one until they move on to the next thing. And because they're doing that, I sell different card games. So while they're scalping Pokemon, I'm grabbing Digimon, or I'm grabbing Lorcana, and I'm totally fine. So I try not to let it bother me. I just know the cards I do have keep going up in value every time there's scalpers around, so I'm happy. Your friend can get Dragon Ball, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Naruto. I worry about all the Dragon Ball games because didn't they redo it? Like, they revamped the game. I'm afraid of them doing that constantly. I might try the Gundam game just because it's new and it's gonna be hot, and I think I'll do that for maybe like 2 or 3 months, sell everything, and then be done with it. Yeah, when I got into it, everyone's like, oh, there's scalpers everywhere. And I'm like, I don't see scalpers. But I started my channel and my business on Scarlet and Violet, like the base set. So now I see what they're talking about when everyone's just like, oh, there's scalpers everywhere. You can't find anything. But I did get it with Lorcana. Like, when Lorcana was a thing and everyone was buying out stores, I did find a booster box of that. And I was selling cards for like 10 times the price. Which is kind of sad because I wanted to play it, but I'm like, I need the money. So I had to sell everything. Gundam's huge, great IP. Same thing happened for 151. Oh yeah, like 151. It was hard to get. I got a couple things. I couldn't get that poster. I think I got one poster. No, I never got the poster. I got the binder one. But I'm a firm believer. It's like you'll find it eventually. Like if you're a collector, there's no point in paying scalpers. You're gonna get it. If you're a reseller, sure. Like you're trying to make a quick buck, you gotta hit it hard. I'm looking forward to... no, I take that back. I was gonna say I'm looking forward to the Gundam miniature game that's coming out. But at the same time, I've only seen a little bit of Gundam, and I wasn't like a big fan of it. It was a cool show, but I don't know if I'd want to like throw in a bunch of money. Open 12 Prismatic EBTs and got nothing out of them. Bad luck. This is a bad rip. I don't think it's bad luck because I watched a lot of videos of people opening Prismatic and they were getting some cool cards, but it wasn't enough to make their money back. Like it wasn't great. And then they're comparing it to maybe you open it, make $60, make $10 here or there, versus selling it for $150 at the time. The cards inside, it's not going to make up for it. Like you're not going to get that much money. The odds of you getting that money back as opposed to just selling it sealed. So I unfortunately didn't get any Prismatic because I was too slow. I was one person away from getting an ETB, but they sold out. I was the next in line because Target was doing a one per person, and she was like, sorry, guy got the last one. See people grown-ass adults camping out in front of the Pokemon vending machines to clean out all the 151 Prismatic. I don't even know if I have a vending machine where I live. I haven't seen one. But you're right. Just grown-ass men just sitting there. Camping out places. Like, I went hunting for Prismatic at, like, 1 p.m. Like, I knew I was probably not going to get anything. But yeah, I'm not going to camp out. I also feel bad. Like, I'm not trying to take cards out of collectors' hands. I just wanted one to open on my channel. That's all. Then I was going to wait for the prices to go down, and every time I'm at Target or Walmart, I check the card aisle. If something there, good. If something isn't, then I switch back to Shadowverse or Digimon, and my store continues. Says worse hit rates than Evolving Skies. I haven't pulled a damn thing from Evolving Skies. Everyone talks about, you know, like you have to get Evolving Skies. Those packs are so great. Nothing. Haven't hit a single thing. I did hit big on Fusion Strike, though. I did get that Espeon VMAX, which I'm still holding on to. I think it's because that was my first, like, the biggest hit that I got from just opening since I started the channel, and I can't get rid of it. So, Strike, are you selling just sealed products? Or collecting sealed product? What's your story with the whole Pokemon stuff? This is also the part that I hate about selling. It's the sorting thing, because if I don't sort these right now, it gets out of hand. Like, I quit selling for 4 months because I opened so many boxes and I didn't sort a single thing. I pulled all the rare stuff out of it and sold that. All the bulk. We're talking like thousands of cards that I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. Just buy a case of Evolving. What is Evolving Skies at right now? I try to avoid Evolving Skies. Just, I'm tired of people talking about it. I don't even like the cards in it. So Evolving Skies. Case of Evolving Skies. Is that $10,000? That's ridiculous. How many booster boxes are in it? 6? You get 6 booster boxes, $10,000? Sometimes I think Pokemon's just money laundering. But yeah, so you got the Moonbryon that everyone wants. I mean, it's a cool looking card. I prefer the Espeon one from Fusion Strike. If we're looking on just a aesthetic look, I don't know why Umbreon is more expensive, like by that much. I would actually even say that the Sylveon VMAX one looks better than Umbreon. So maybe it's just people just like Umbreon more, but the art of Sylveon's better. I didn't even... Umbreon V. Just the regular V sells for a lot too, damn. The Dragonite V, that one looks pretty cool too. That one's at $200. But yeah, I don't know who's driving up these prices. On Evolving Skies particularly. But then we got... What was Crown Zenith? What was that big hit? What is that at? You got the Giratina V. And that's just way cheaper. You can get one for $98. But I don't have $10,000, so I'm not even gonna look at that stuff anymore. Yeah, we're not looking at that. That's gonna make me sad when I see all these big YouTubers that get sent products straight from like Pokemon Center. Like they didn't have to struggle. I'm pretty sure like Leonhard and PokeRev, they weren't battling at Costco to get their stuff. One of these days. I only opened so little of 151 because I couldn't find it when I did. I wasn't gonna spend... I forgot how much the poster set was, but I was not gonna spend that much for 3 booster packs and a couple promos. I want the promos. I still want the promos, but I can't find one. Still can't find one. Still looking for one. And people leave comments talking about they can't find one either. Let's see. I'm having a look at 151 again to just see, because I skipped that set. I mean, even though I grew up on the original ones, I just had to skip because I only got like 1 ETB and a binder collection. But I will say, looking at it, I mean, Charizard always is most expensive for some reason. I don't know why. But the Blastoise EX is a pretty cool looking card. I like the Zapdos EX one. Like the illustration rares. Like, that's a pretty colorful card. Even the Charmander just sitting there in the, like the, not caverns. I forgot the word for that. But that's a pretty cool card. They didn't have an illustration rare for what I like collecting. I'm weird. Like, I like collecting Jinxes. So... But they only have Jinx EX, and it's kind of a boring one. I wanted an illustration one. The Machoke one's cool. I actually pulled that one. I like when Pokemon are just doing regular every like day house stuff, and he's like carrying in groceries. But yeah, I'm filling up a binder with a bunch of Jinx stuff, and my next convention, I'm gonna try to film it to see how many like Jinx cards I can get. But yeah, 151 didn't do Jinx justice. She really doesn't get much stuff. That's cool. Let's see. Gave my friend who sold me a bunch of bulk for cheap when we started the Dragonite V for free. Damn. What did I say that was? I'm not on the page anymore. Was that $200? I mean, it wasn't $200 at the time. The promos for the poster collection. I might have missed... Yeah, the promos for the poster collection. Those are the your base set Pokemon. Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. I don't remember if they have alternate art or they're just like a slightly different foil. Like, are they the Cosmos one? It's been so long. I couldn't find it. I dropped 151. Like, completely dropped 151. It's ridiculous. I'm a little salty. I'm a little mad. Let's talk about a different set. All right. Back to sorting. Trey Parker says, is this full-time work? It is not full-time work. I don't even know if I'd want it to be full-time work. Like, I think with a combination of YouTube plus the cards, I could do it. So, like this, I like to think of this, what I'm doing now, the cards, the YouTube channel, affiliate links, that is my retirement. Because I did not pay anything into my retirement. I had 401k options that I never used. And if I got like severely injured and couldn't work like right now, I'd be in trouble. So all of my profits end up going to my retirement account in dividend stocks and things like that. But the reason I said I don't want it to be full-time is it's a lot of work. It's easy. It's easy work. But like what I'm doing right now, I'm sorting cards, which will take hours. I ship cards before, which took a couple hours. I have to list everything I sort, and I have booster boxes upon booster boxes that aren't even open yet that I need to list because I have inventory just sitting there. It drives me crazy. But my idea is I get some money from selling the cards, and I really like opening packs. I don't care what game it is. I don't care if it's sports cards. I don't even like sports. I'll open packs all day. But the idea is I sell, I make some money. I have a video of what I sold last year. I sold 16,000 worth of cards, and about, I think 6 to 8 of that was profit. So there's that. And then the YouTube videos, I make like, I'm a small YouTuber. I don't really make too many videos, but that's about $100 a month. And then my affiliate links, when people, because it doesn't cost anyone to use affiliate links, so a lot of people just do it when they order stuff off Amazon. That gets me like another 100. But for it to be actual full-time money, I would have to spend 8+ hours a day, maybe even like 9 or 10 selling cards. The amount he sold me was insane though. This guy was ripping packs for fun. Lucky the GameStop pack display at his house with the hangers and all, man. In my other set, this isn't card related, but I have 2 places I record videos. If I'm doing cards, it's gonna be in here. Card room, I set up the whole display. If I do Warhammer stuff and painting, it's in my other room. And I have a display, a whole rack of paint. Like I just went to my LGS and I was like, if I buy everything off that rack, can I have the rack? And it's probably one of the coolest things I have in my house. Unless you ask a girl, and then she's gonna be like, it's nerdy and it needs to go. Goal is full time, but I have the benefit of having super low cost of living. It's like 1.2K. So I really have zero. I forgot. Where do you. I don't remember if you told me like what state you live in. Because where I live, it used to be cheap. My mortgage on my house was like $700, and then Vegas just blew up in the past like 5-6 years, and now I'm spending so much just to be here, to a point where I thought about going to the Midwest somewhere, like selling this house, but I couldn't find a job. Like I was applying everywhere and no one would hire me, and I think it's because I didn't live there and they knew that. But Trey, if you're still around, are you thinking about selling, or do you sell right now? And if so, what game are you thinking about selling? Indiana. That's where I was like looking to live. I don't know why. Like when I was looking at places with low cost of living, Indiana popped out. I think I could do it. I know it's a lot different than Vegas, but when I was in the Coast Guard, I got stationed in the middle of nowhere, like Maine and New Hampshire. So I'm used to different climate. House mortgage $90K total, 3 beds, 1.5 garage. Yeah, that's what I need, especially now that I don't drink or go out to bars or club anymore. Like living in Vegas, I don't utilize half the stuff in Vegas. And then there's a lot of people from California that are moving in, which is great because property values go up and everything, but housing went up by a lot. Electricity's going up, everything's going up. People are buying houses in cash. And I think the average house in Vegas is $400,000. People are just coming in with cash. Some people from China, that was from my my real estate agent. He was like, yeah, some businessmen, they just came in. They're from China and they just buy these houses and rent them. Then people from California, they sell their house for like $1 million and then just buy a house in here in cash. Or some still have the pay from California, so they're making well above 6 figures, and they come over here. And so to them, everything's pretty much cheap. That's the issue. Rural, there's nothing. Just got fiber. Less than a year ago. Yeah, that makes sense. When I moved to my house, there's fiber everywhere. But what realistically though, on a day-to-day, what are you doing? Because I have friends that, you know, they're struggling with life, and I tell them it's time to, I tell them it's time to move. And I'm like, you got to go somewhere. You know, if you can't make it here, go to a different place. But everyone's like, what would I do? I'm like, what do you do here? They're like, I'll go to the movie theater. Middle of nowhere usually has a movie theater, at least within driving. Or I go to a bar. I'm like, there's a local bar in every small town. And they're like, well, I go hiking. And I'm like, it's probably better to go hiking in the middle of nowhere. Hey Don, are you talking about the yeah, my mini factory. Let's see. I think you're talking about this guy. Let's find him. I wish this site had an affiliate link thing, but they do not. Are you talking about that guy? The Sin Eater? But yeah, this is my day. Like, I go to work, I come home, I mess around with cards, I paint Warhammer, I might go to a shop and play. But I think if I wanted to do more, I would just fly. Like, if I wanted the city life, I don't know, I'd just fly to New York real quick, or LA. I don't do it every day, so I don't think living in the city is needed. I kind of wish I didn't need a car also. I would love to just move to a place like New York and just not have to drive around. If it was cheaper, obviously, but it's not. Because I don't mind public transportation in a city that has good transportation. Vegas is not it. Their bus system's pretty bad. Yeah, that's Trench Crusade. So all the, yeah, pretty much all the models except the one-page rules, that's all Trench Crusade. That's on there. They have really good models. And as you can see, they work on FDM, so it just takes a little tweaking on their settings. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, when I told people, I was like, I'm going to move, like, I joked about moving to Kokomo, Indiana, just because of the song. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just move there, get a condo, or, I don't think they have condos, but get, like, a multifamily unit, rent out the other side, and just live there off my YouTube money. I mean, I couldn't swing it because I don't make that much on YouTube, no matter how cheap it is. But yeah, everyone laughed at me. Because I was looking at it, like, if I lived in Indiana, like, you have things in almost every direction. You have to drive, but in Vegas, there's nothing. Like, Reno's not close. That's like an 8-hour drive north. There's not small towns in between, really. You can go down to Arizona or LA. Like, there's not much. Going to Salt Lake City is a drive, too. I think it's like 6-7 hours. And the hiking here is just terrible. Like, people keep hiking Red Rock, and it's just a bunch of rocks that happen to be red. It's not like going to a nice place that has forests and big lakes. We have a man-made lake. It's pretty sad. And that man-made lake, it's called Lake Mead. The water is going down so much that we're starting to find bodies from, like, probably gangsters and the mob. It's interesting. Like, people are like, oh yeah, like, the bodies are starting to just show up. Like, I don't want to swim in that. Even like super big cities, living in northern, yeah. I think South Bend. I've been to Chicago, a business trip and everything. It's not bad. I liked Milwaukee. That was pretty cool. That's not too far. North. I was looking at. Let me find out the name of this place because I applied for a job there. I had an interview, But during the interview, she kept saying, "You're really gonna leave Vegas to come here?" She said it like 5 times, and I think that's why I didn't get the job. She didn't believe that I would move. What location is this? Nope. Okay, what is the name of the city? Why are you not coming up? Okay, there's. So I applied at Sweetwater, which you might know of. It's that music instrument place, as one of their ITs, because they were paying like, I think it was like $50,000, and I'm like, cost of living, that's not terrible. But yeah, they were just like, you're not gonna move over here. But I think that's North Indiana, where Fort Wayne is. Let me see. Fort Wayne, Indiana is. Let me look how north that is. I feel like that's north enough. Oh, but that's like the other side. That's not towards Chicago. That's like that other side. But yeah, looking at it, like you got Detroit right there you can drive to. Cleveland, Ohio, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. Go down to Louisville if you want. Like I was looking at all this. Chicago, Milwaukee. I think St. Louis might be a little too far. But Pittsburgh, I know that's going to be like a drive, but Fort Wayne for the size is super cheap. Yeah, like I found a place that I wanted to live. It was really cool. Some guy was selling a place that had a fully furnished basement that was like just like a gaming pad, and I'm like, this will be great. But couldn't find a job. I'm too scared to move somewhere and not have a job. That's why I'm hoping this can float me in like maybe 1 or 2 years. Like maybe as it grows and I sell more cards. That way it's not as scary. Yeah, and Fort Wayne had everything I wanted. It just wasn't... It was just condensed. Like, here in Vegas, I can't even tell you how many, like Walmarts, for example. We have like 1 million Walmarts. Then we have 1 million Targets, and we have, 1 million coffee shops, and probably 1 billion McDonald's. Like, there's so many things, but when you really look at it, it's the same thing over and over and over again. So I didn't think I'd be missing out on anything if I moved to Fort Wayne at all. And everyone's like, oh yeah, but what about people? There's less people. I'm like, how many people do I meet every day? Like, how many friends do I actually need? And I was single at the time. I mean, I'm single now, but it was time for me to leave. But every time I'm like at the breaking point to be like, I'm done with Vegas, I can move, I get a really good job opportunity. And that's what happened this time. And I'm like, I'm making decent money in Vegas, working on the strip. I can't leave. And then I bought a house and now I'm stuck. Live about 25 miles from uptown Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte's a major banking city. Charlotte became a high-tech city. 8-9 contract, Bank of America. I've been to Charlotte once. Before I say something stupid, let me look this up. There's something specific I want to say, and I'm like, let me make sure this is even a thing. Nope, definitely not a thing. Maybe I wasn't in Charlotte. Where was I? I was in South Carolina. Yeah, because I was gonna say I was in the Coast Guard, and we stopped at Charlotte just to realize Charlotte's not even by the ocean. So what is it, Charleston that I went to? That sounds right. My dad wanted to move because I was in Florida for a while, in the Orlando area, and he wanted to move to the Carolinas so bad, but my mom wouldn't let him. Like, he found a nice house in the mountains. At the time, I didn't want to go either, but I was a kid. I wanted to stay with my friends, but I really wish we moved there. It was just beautiful in Carolina. Job market's not good. You want to live northern Michigan City. So, all decent cities. All super close to Michigan and Illinois. I've never even heard of those. But yeah, I'm working on, because remember I was saying that this goes into my retirement, so it's going into stocks and everything, which are growing, and I'm hoping once I reach a certain amount, I will be able to buy an investment property, not to make money off of, but to escape. It's like a backup plan. I'm probably going to do it in Indiana, in case my life goes terrible in Vegas, I lose my job, I can sell this house and just, abandon and move there and live a quieter, peaceful, cheaper life. So, but it's probably going to be in Indiana. Ideally, I wanted it in Indianapolis, but no, I couldn't find cheap stuff. 67 contract Wells Fargo. Before. Oh, I remember that. My HQ's here. I didn't know that many banks were over in North Carolina. Charleston, 4 hours from Charlotte. Yeah. A couple hours from the mountains. When I was in Charlotte, when my boat pulled in the Coast Guard, we had like a couple days to explore it. The downtown area was nice. Don't remember much of it because that was when I was drinking heavily. But I think because when I was getting out of the Coast Guard, I was looking for places to live, and I had to rule out so many things because of how I didn't have a job, and I had to rule out a lot of places because I'm like, I could survive off of my savings for like 2 months and then I'd be on the streets. A lot of people in Chicago do that on the lakes. I hated Chicago. No, I take that back. I didn't hate Chicago. I hated driving in Chicago. Definitely preferred Milwaukee more. But just seeing, the Great Lakes, just standing on the pier and looking out, I'm like, this is an ocean. It looks like an ocean. Allies HQ. Wonder why. Wonder why all those banks ended up in the same place. Drive 3 to 4 hours from the coast. That's not a terrible drive. But how often do you go? How often did you go to the coast? Or do you go to the coast? Because I don't think, because the Carolinas it's not like an LA coast type, beach. I'm sure it's slightly different. It's like when I was stationed in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It was right on the water, but it was a different kind of ocean vibe. Great for like getting crab and lobster and having some fresh seafood. I do miss that. I eat seafood here, and I don't know how old it is. We got no oceans. Triple your mortgage? But is his pay triple? That's the question there. Because Vegas, the cost of living went up a lot, but our wages did not. The minimum wage was going up, but for the people like kind of where I was, my pay basically stayed the same the past years as inflation and everything went up. Stealing talent, that makes sense. the casino business does that too. There's so many directors that just, I used to work at Caesars and now I'm at MGM, or I was at Circa and now I'm here. They swap all over the place. And it's easy to swap because they want people with casino knowledge. And everyone moving in, unless they worked for like a tribal casino, they don't really have too much experience with what it takes to run a casino, especially IT wise. Okay. Lawyer money. He doesn't got money, but she does. That makes more sense. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't live in California, but I've been there a lot. I don't understand why there's a lot of people who move there. Like, they'll move from, like, Indiana, for example, because the opportunities in LA. And then you find out that they end up with minimum wage, which sounds like a lot, because LA's minimum wage is a lot higher, but their apartments are even more. And then they're, like my cousin, for example, she rented out a closet. Like it was like a walk-in closet that she could fit a twin bed in, and that was $2,000 a month. It was ridiculous. Actually, that was in San Francisco, not LA. Don't go to the coast much. Son and wife went to my sister's place in Wilmington a few times a year. But no rent when brother-in-law does fishing tournaments. That's cool. We don't really have much outdoor stuff where I'm at. There's no beach to go to. Like I was saying, the lake we have is man-made. We don't have forests. Gotta drive. If you want to see something cool, you gotta drive to like the Grand Canyon, which is I think like 5 hours away. I've only been there once. Now that I'm talking about where I live, I don't know why people live in Vegas. Acting, chasing dreams, social media. Social media makes everything sound easy. Even this. I'm sure that, like, yeah. When I started watching, like, trading card YouTubers, they made it sound easy. She's like, yeah, just turn the camera on. All of a sudden, Pokemon Center will send you a bunch of stuff. That didn't happen. The crypto people, oh yeah, just invest all your money in this this random meme coin and you're gonna be a millionaire. My friend got me with SafeMoon. I don't know if you guys know about SafeMoon, but I was not into crypto and my friend was like, it's guaranteed. I didn't put a lot of money, like I put like 1,000, all gone. But then there's a lot of influencers talking about how you're gonna make a lot of money. Arbitrage, you know, all those, like Amazon. It's like, yeah, just buy these products and sell them on Amazon. You know, I got hit really hard with the, you know, make something from China and rebrand it and sell it on Amazon. You'll make $1 million and not have to do anything. Weather here is garbage. Gets like 95 here with humid peak summers. The winter last week it was like 24. You know what though? Because I've been up in, I lived in Maine for a while. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's comparably cold. Your holidays are so much more meaningful and better than like Arizona and Vegas and all these places. Just seeing the leaves turn colors, or staying inside because it's cold, putting the fireplace on. going to a pumpkin patch. You know what our pumpkin patches are in Vegas? It's a parking lot. That's our corn maze. A parking lot. It's sad. Like the holidays, the family stuff, everything was so much better when I lived on the East. Safe Moon burnt you? How much? Well, you have to tell me how much they got you for, but was it a substantial amount? I'm just waiting for like a Netflix documentary to come out on, what was it, John Cerrone, whatever his name is. I can't remember, but that guy, scam artist. Complete scam artist. And then, you know what, when it was dipping and you could tell he was shady, all my friends were like, this is when you need to buy. It's at the lowest. It can only go up to the moon. Never talk to that man again, by the way. I need to talk to him again and be like, remember Safe Moon? You made me buy that. He was even running around like a YouTuber. He wasn't a YouTuber, but he was like, oh, you need to buy Safe Moon, but disclaimer, I am not a financial expert. Okay? So I'm like, you don't have to say that, man. You're not a YouTuber. No one's gonna sue you. But I just found it funny because I didn't realize he was regurgitating what all the influencers were saying without backing it up by any sort of like merit or credit. Can't currently walk well enough to use it, but I have a 10-acre field behind my house where I flew model airplane this year before. My back up, I could fly. Flat area. Man, I wanted to get into that. So I don't know if Friendly Hobbies is like a chain outside of Vegas, but I went in to get filament because I ran out. Because they're a bamboo reseller. I can get filament there. And I was watching some guy talk about his model plane, and it just sounded so interesting. But then I also have a friend that he's like, every time he crashes them by accident, he like cries a little and dies inside. So I'm like, I'm not careful with things. I would probably fly that plane into a power line or something and just completely destroy it. But it was one of those hobbies I kind of wanted to get into. 10-acre field though. I'm jealous of the 10-acre field. Where my house, because Vegas, they put everything right next to each other, not even an acre. Not even a half an acre. It's ridiculous how small our houses are here. Like, I'm just imagining that you could probably sit on your porch, and even just like looking outside on your acreage is more relaxing than me sitting in my backyard, basically looking through my neighbor's window. Made 100K off a USA coin, and then lost 80K. Did you just not sell it in time? Were you one of those hold because you wanted $1 million, you wanted a Lambo, and then you just let it ride? Because that happened to me on a pump and dump. It looked like one, but I'm like, maybe it wouldn't be. And I bought into it, and the first couple hours, it jumped so high. But I'm like, what am I going to do with $10,000? I want to be rich. And then it dropped, and it was worth nothing. 2K invested in Safe Moon, went up to 4K. Now sitting at 160. It's actually double that. Yeah, that's not great. Because they sold you on the moon. 4K is not the moon. They're like, if it even goes up to like 10 cents, you know, or imagine if it's $1 each. Yeah, they got me. So now I just play it safe and do regular stocks, which is very slow. And sometimes I still wish, I'm like, maybe I should just jump into crypto, like everything from this business. You should get the RC simulator called Real Flight. Real Flight, we're actually flying RC planes. Is that a real flight simulator, like an actual one for planes, or is it more of an RC only ones? Real Flights. Okay, that looks like an RC one. I had a friend that he just loved flying, and he would just sit on his computer all day with like a fancy just regular plane simulator, and it was the most like I was even playing and I'm like, this looks too real. Like he's checking gauges and everything before he flies, and I mean it's kind of cool, but no, that's too involved. Plus I hate flying. Flying an RC, sure. Me in a plane, I don't like flying. Freaks me out. Even though I do it all the time. Safe Moon's Gotcha was more like, guys, the reflection. Oh, yeah. Hold on, because the reflections, the more you hold, the more Safe Moon you're going to get. You don't have to sell anything. You can live off of them. I remember that. I tried to block it out, so I forgot about that. Then everyone started like, oh, but check out our tokenomics. But then every time I'm like, what does the coin actually do? And then you find it doesn't do anything. Like, the last one that scammed people, wasn't it that Haktua coin from that girl that got famous? Because I watch a lot of CoffeeZilla that does the reports and finds scams, and I'm like, man, she's rugging people also. Model plane simulator. Yeah. Microsoft Flight Simulator 95. I knew some people that had that. Part of me wanted to learn how to fly because there's so many like learn how to fly lessons and courses and stuff like here. Because I was like, maybe if I learned how to fly, I'd be less scared of when I fly because I'll understand how planes work more. But I never built up the courage to just try and even be a passenger in one of those smaller planes. Like, I hate turbulence. Like, I know it's just air currents, but I just hate it. The most recent one that my cousin was trying to get me on in crypto. Let me see if I can remember it. No, I can't remember it. Let me look at my phone. He told me to buy... where is he? He said, I have to. There's no questions. There's no way you can lose money. He's like, you gotta buy XRP. He said that the value from when he bought in went up $20,000 from an initial investment of like a couple hundred. It's at like $3.27, like when he sent me the screenshot. But I don't know. I got burnt before by everyone recommending me crypto, but XRP, if you're interested, let me know what you think about that one. I'm not gonna buy it, but that's what people are telling me to do. So you're talking about like was it the windmills in Gambia, or was that a totally different thing? Like, you know, they got me when they were like, we're gonna, what is it? Safe Moon's going to be the currency in Gambia. And then there's like pictures and videos of him going there. It's just, I don't know. Because, so I was playing a game called Steam Monsters, which changed to Splinterlands. It's a crypto game and everything. And I put like $40 into it and I let it sit, and it grew a lot. And I was getting messages from random people in Venezuela. And he was just like, hey, I noticed you don't use your account. He's like, can you just give me a couple of your cards? Because it was like a TCG. And I was like, why? And he was like, that's how he gets food for his family. On like little crypto things like that. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was even possible. So then when I saw the Gambia thing, I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Gambia's money's probably not worth that much, so they could do it. They're gonna supply the windmills. They're gonna do all this. It sounded legit. It sounded legit enough to at least get it up to like a penny per share, but it didn't happen. Sometimes in bad tournaments, it can feel like the planes. That's why I don't want to do it. That's really why I don't want to do it. But maybe I'll get over that. So you say buy XRP also. Okay, all right. But it's like at $3 already. Is it really going to go up, and by how much? How much money would I have to put into it to make it even worth it? Because my cousin's saying, like, even getting in at $3 or whatever it's at now is still good. He says I'm not too late. I just don't know. I might funnel my disability check into it. My VA disability check. It's only like $175. I might just do that for a couple months and see where it goes. If I lose the money, I lose the money. We'll see. Gambia windmills, and they were meeting with their government and everything. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Didn't they spell Project Phoenix wrong also? And they tried to like pretend that, oh no, it's just different, and that's why we, why it's spelled wrong. Even though Solana has gone from under 10 to over 250, maybe viable for a high percentage. I think it will hit 1,000 in 2 years or less. Is good technology. I think that's my problem with crypto. I mess with so many meme coins and stuff that does nothing that I assume all crypto does nothing. So I can't tell when things are going to grow. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on this. So I'm like, if XRP actually does something, I just need to research it. It's also coming from a cousin that, my cousin's not the most reliable person when it comes to that stuff, so I just kind of dismissed it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll buy XRP. Bitcoin. I know a lot of people that have Bitcoin. Like at my job, all my coworkers, they have like the Bitcoin price ticker on the TV at all times. And I don't know. I think I overcorrected. Like I went from being risky with all these things to now I'm in the regular stock market with ETFs. Because I'm like, oh, I'll get like 2% at least. I mean, that's lowballing it. I think it's more like 5%, 6% on the not ETBs, the ETFs that I got. But I might regret it. I might dump all of my profits from this into your regular stock market just to find out that if I would have put it in crypto or Bitcoin, I'd be like, 10 times more towards retirement. Man, I lost track of the time also. I'm gonna have to go in the next 5-10 minutes. I gotta wake up for work in 6 hours. Just have to be super careful because I remember Safe Moon broke top 50 of all cryptos. Still trying to be a scam. I'm doing 99% stocks, 401. I have my 401k at the match, and my job only matches 7%, but I have that going in. But I started that basically this year, so I missed out on a lot of years of that compound interest and growth. In terms of crypto, bought a large amount of Luna at 55 in February, sold at 105 a few weeks later. Then the Terra Luna crash happened just a week or two later. Yeah. I remember I was sitting at work and people were talking about that, and it just crashed. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, you did it good. You got in, got out. I don't know when to get out. You're 27 now, and you missed a lot of your 20s. Man, I wish I could go back to when I was 27 and start. Like, that's not that bad. Cause I'm 40, and I have no retirement at all. Besides, like, this year when I put 7%. I mean, if you started and you're doing it at 27, I think you're doing good. But yes, of course, if you start out at 18, like my nephew started out at 18. Like my brother really taught him to put his money away. He was going to be a millionaire just based on just compound interest and all the amount of money he's just pouring into that retirement account. Yeah, thank you, Don, and thanks for chatting. I'll probably just do this little stack in my hand and then call it a night. I told myself, I was like, maybe I should try streaming every day for a week and see if my channel grows. But now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I was supposed to paint some Warhammer figures after this, and I just never got to it. And now I have to hit the bed. Never, I guess, well, technically I'm 39 and I turned 40 in August. But, yep. I feel like this keeps me young. All my little hobbies. Because if I was in my 20s, I would this probably be my full-time thing. Because I would need less money in 20s than I do at 40 now. One guy made 100 million off $100 shorting that Luna crash. Yeah. I don't know how they do that. I really don't know how people figure out when to short, when to do this, when to go all in. Like, I was talking to some guy that played the whole GameStop thing, like their stock, amazingly, and I'm like, how did you know? Like, sure, you knew it was gonna go up, but how did you know it was gonna go up that much? Alright, have a good night. I'll be out of here shortly. Let me just get rid of these. And yeah, good luck on the shop. Do you have a YouTube channel? Or are you just selling stuff mainly? If you do, I'll check you out and subscribe. Or if you do stuff on Twitch, just like throw a link down there. Starting this channel. Okay, cool. I'll throw you a sub so I can check out your videos once you start creating them or collabing in videos. I mean, not much we can do on a trading card channel unless you ever end up in Vegas. But yeah, I'll be around. All right. I accomplished a lot. This was good, but. Alright, sounds good. Well, I'll catch everyone next time I stream. Might be tomorrow, might be in a week. Who knows? But yeah, good talking. Hope everyone gets their card business up and running. And later.